Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking the epic, completely mind-bending, and honestly, sometimes shocking Hindu myths of exactly how the creator god, Brahma, forged time, life, and the universe itself. Let's get right into it. It's a staggering thought, right? What if the entire history of our universe was just a single day in the life of one god? This question really sets the stage for our journey today. We're about to explore a mythological scale so massive, it is absolutely going to change your perspective on time. Section 1. The Cosmic Golden Egg. Okay, before we actually look at the creation of the universe, we need to clear up a super common point of confusion. It's absolutely crucial to distinguish between Brahman with an N at the end, which is this ultimate, abstract, genderless cosmic energy, and Brahma without the N. Brahma is the active, personified, masculine creator god we're focusing on today. He's part of the Hindu Trimurti, that trinity of supreme divinity, right alongside Vishnu the preserver and Shiva the destroyer. So, how did the creator himself actually come to be? Well, depending on which ancient text you're reading, before creating the earth, Brahma basically had to create himself. In early texts, like the Brahmanda Purana, there was literally nothing but an eternal, dark ocean. And from that, this massive cosmic golden egg, the Hiranyagarbha, emerged. The egg broke open, and Brahma self-manifested right inside it. Now, in other traditions, it's a bit different. He emerges at the exact moment time begins, literally blooming out of a lotus that's rooted directly in the navel of the god Vishnu. Pretty incredible imagery, right? Section 2, Shedding Bodies, Making Time. Now, what's truly fascinating is exactly how Brahma manifested the universe. It was quite literally a physical sacrifice. According to the texts, Brahma just had this brief moment of distraction and accidentally birthed demons right out of his thigh. Seriously. So, to fix this rather awkward mistake, he actually abandoned his own body, and that discarded body transformed into night. He then created good gods and shed his body again, which created day, and he just kept repeating this bizarre bodily shedding. He created ancestors, which became dusk, and finally men, which became dawn. Section 3. The Tools of Creation. Now, to establish some actual order in this chaotic new reality, Brahma needed the ultimate instrument of creation. So he created a fiercely powerful goddess named Sarasvati, who became his most important wife. As the texts describe it, she isn't just his partner. She's the literal embodiment of his power. She is the pure energy that drove every single one of his subsequent actions. Together, they didn't just populate the world, They brought forth the fundamental tools of existence itself. Saraswati bore Brahma the 4 holy books of Hinduism, the Vedas. And from there, they laid down the absolute building blocks of civilization. We're talking all branches of knowledge, music, different types of yoga, the Sanskrit language, and even the very concepts of measurement and time. They essentially, programmed the entire operating system of human existence. Section 4. Balancing Power and Population. But as humanity grew and expanded, the other gods actually started getting a little fearful. They were worried that men would become so powerful they might eventually challenge the heavens. So they go to Brahma and basically beg for a course correction. According to the ancient epic, the Mahabharata, Brahma's response was, well, honestly, a bit cynical. To curb our power, he created desire and anger. He introduced lustful women to stir men up, basically ensuring humanity would be entirely consumed by sensual pleasures and petty conflicts, keeping us way too distracted to ever threaten the gods. Even with those distractions, though, Brahma still needed a physical force to prevent cosmic overcrowding. The Mahabharata illustrates this force by describing his very first female creation, Death herself. And she was terrifying. A dark woman wearing red garments, with red eyes, red palms, red soles, and adorned with divine earrings. She was designed specifically to bring a harsh balance to the universe. But here's the twist you probably wouldn't expect. Death actually wept. She hated her job. She begged Brahma to be released from this terrible task of destroying all creatures. And when Brahma remained completely unmoved, she actually stood on one toe right on top of the Himalayas for 8,000 million years in protest. No way, right? But she did. Eventually, her tears fell down to earth and quite literally became the very first earthly diseases. Through her grim work, the boundary between mortals and gods was preserved forever. Section 5. The Creator's Fatal Flaw. So, despite his immense power, Brahma was definitely not infallible, and it was his ego that eventually led to his downfall. There's this really striking contrast in Hindu culture. Brahma is the supreme architect of all reality, and yet today he is rarely actively worshipped, especially compared to Shiva and Vishnu. So how exactly did the supreme creator lose his status? Well, it all comes down to a spectacularly petty cosmic argument. Brahma and Vishnu were actively debating who was the greatest god when suddenly a massive, infinite pillar of fire just pierced the sky. This was the god Shiva. So Brahma and Vishnu decided to race to find its ends. Vishnu goes down, searches forever, can't find the bottom, admits defeat, and gets praised for his honesty. Brahma goes up, completely fails to find the top, but decides to cheat. He actually coerces a falling Ketaki flower to act as a false witness to his fake success. Enraged by this lie, Shiva unleashed a terrifying manifestation, Bhairav, who literally severed Brahma's fifth head right off his shoulders. And, as a final humbling punishment, Shiva cursed Brahma, declaring he would never again receive active worship from humanity. Section 6. The Cosmic Clock. Let's move to our final section, because we have to talk about how all of this is bound by the Hindu concept of time, or kala. The math here is genuinely mind-bending. A single day for Brahma, which is called a kalpa, consists of 1,000 cycles of 4 yugas, or ages. During this single day, the universe is created in the morning, and when Brahma goes to sleep at night, the universe is partially destroyed and flooded by a massive cosmic ocean. To put that scale into perspective, one single celestial day for the gods equals 6 whole human months. And Brahma, he lives for 100 of his own Brahma years. So when you actually do the math on that, Brahma's total lifespan equals just over 311 trillion solar years. 311 trillion? And according to Hindu cosmology, humanity is currently only in the 51st year of this current Brahma's life, meaning we are right in the middle of it. When he finally reaches the end of his 100 years, a complete universal dissolution occurs. The entire universe just unmanifests itself completely, wiped totally clean, ready to be born all over again. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this provocative thought. When you consider our tiny, fleeting existence within a single day of this 311 trillion-year cosmic clock, how does that change your perspective on our place in the universe? It certainly makes you appreciate the massive, grand design of the grandfather of the cosmos, doesn't it? Thank you so much for joining me today to explore the epic creation of Brahma.